The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match start.
5-star performer, and the bullseye is hit.
It's Johnny Branley.
He's got 6 on this position. Gonna get a look at double 16. Gets the double 16 and gets what is his first ton plus checkout of the day.
It's them sort of losses that hurt the most, but nevertheless, so it's double 16. Absolutely fantastic, yeah.
Jamai and Herik.
From the young man.
There's a shot on the bullseye, yeah, for Dean Finn. 1-2-4, Dean Finn.
Dean
called
Back for 1-2-1. He'll be going for the ball again. And finds it again.
Ryan Branley.
Superb, Ryan Branley. Take a bow.
As each session passes, we get much closer to Champions Week. That will start Monday morning, but there's still names to go into the draw on Saturday night in Week 12. Tonight, we will get closer. Thank you for your company, and we're live on Pluto TV over the next couple of nights for Group B, and we will welcome 3 new faces into the fold here in Week 12 over the next hour or so. We're going to be watching Group B in the company of Trina Gulliver, and it's going to be really exciting over the next couple of nights with a lot of different types of talent. But over the course of this afternoon, Adrian Gray was very, very impressive in getting 5 wins out of 5.
He was very consistent. Averaged in one match at over 100, and yeah, the most consistent player of the day, and that told with 5 out of 5.
There are other people obviously in the fold to make it through, because 2 names will make it through Group C, but Adrian started really well in the first game, and by the end, even though he'd been troubled by some other opponents, he seemed to have all the answers today.
He did. He just played very consistent. He looked determined as well all throughout. He looked very focused, and yeah, he played some great stuff today.
We'll give you a little look at the table once we've finished showing you the last victory there for Adrian Gray. He was taking out Jamie Kelling in his round 5 match to establish that 4-point cushion, but Kelling on 6, Rhys Colley on 6, Jasper Scarrett, who won his last game against Timothy Jones. He will play him in the first game tomorrow afternoon, so he could be on 6 points as well. Things are very, very tight indeed. As far as tonight is concerned, we will be focusing solely on Group B now that Alex Spellman is in Saturday night. Dean Finn, Lewis Pride and Ryan Branley will be joining Dmitri Rogoff and Jamai van den Herik. Let's focus on Ryan then, Trina, because he comes here with a reputation of someone who is very, very talented. He's lost in the Rising Stars final to Henry Coates, and he lost in a Series 11 final to Richard McKee. Coming here this week, he will feel like he needs to win. Yeah,
I mean, he's 17 years old, but he's got some experience on that stage as well, and he'll be looking to do well this week. He's there and thereabouts. He's been knocking on the door for a while, so perhaps this is going to be his week.
Well, let's see what the odds compilers think, because Ryan Branley, with the experience of making finals, is in the middle of the pack at 10-3. Lewis Pride at 14-5. Jamai van den Herik, probably not surprising to anybody that he is the favourite. But Trina, I've got to mention Dean Finn at 15-2, the Week 12 champion from the last series. He's the outsider.
Well, I find that pretty remarkable, to be fair. I mean, like you say, he's a previous winner here and a series winner, so I think that's a mistake by the bookies.
It'll be an interesting set of circumstances that we've laid out for Dean Finn. We did get a word with him a little bit earlier on tonight, and we have a sneaky suspicion that he was very aware of what the odds compilers thought. Dean, great to have you back. You were in Champions Week last time, and it's Week 12 again. Is it a case of copy and paste?
Hopefully, anyway. It is actually my 3rd time in a row now, because Danny beat me, then I beat Archie. Now, hopefully 2 out of 3 won't be bad.
Well, if you win this week, we're gonna have to call week 12 Dean Finn week. Is that right?
I'll be asking for week 12 from then on if this happens again this week.
Did you learn anything from Champions Week last time to maybe make things easier for yourself this time?
Yeah, if hopefully it does happen, I'd be well more prepared. I remember last time all day, it was my birthday the day after, and I was lying in the bed all day long. My sister and her boyfriend went home, and I was on my own for a week. There's no way I'd stay for a Group A again in Champions Week. Even if it's a Group C, I'd stay for a Group C because I want to go home. I wish I went home that time, celebrated with my friends, family, and came back, and I would have been more ready. And we won't look that far ahead yet, but hopefully we get there.
This week, it's going to be pretty tough. You've got Ryan Branley in your group. You've got Dmitri from Group A. It's a question of just playing good darts. And where is your game at right now?
Yeah, my game it's always the same. Just don't panic and just keep doing what you're doing. I see the bookies actually has me as the least favourite, but thank God they're not throwing the darts for me. But done nothing but fire me up, really.
Well, we hope you have a fantastic week. All the best, Dean.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Dean Finn, who doesn't want the odds compilers to throw the darts for him. He will be throwing with no panic and just doing what he does. That sounds about as simplistic as it could possibly be. But Dean, who's 28, from the wonderful town of Crystal, where the Waterford stuff comes from, he's up against this man from Alblasserdam in the Netherlands. He's 22, nearly 23. He will be celebrating his birthday before the end of the week. And he will hopefully, in his own eyes, be celebrating with a first weekly title. Did make Saturday the last time he was here. And if he doesn't take whatever's in his pocket out of his pocket, then he will have the skinniest legs ever on the Super Series stage. We have
First leg is Dean
our favourite ponytailed referee back.
Game on.
And Dean has the honour of taking on Jamai van den Herik in our first game in Group B. What did you make of that interview, Trina? Because that was remarkably Dean Finn, that interview. I'll just get on with and do what I usually do.
He's quite a cheeky chappy, really, isn't he? And, some good answers 46. There. And, but I'm with him. I think the bookies have got it wrong. He's one to look out for. I like his flights.
100.
They're very cheery, aren't they? He always seems to use those flights, and rather effectively in Week 12 situations.
140.
Because he's played Week 12 twice before. He's the man that suffered the 9-darter against him on the Saturday night in the final against Danny Van Tripe. And he's the man who gets the first 180 of this group. And then he came back to Week 12 in Series 12 and won the week. So, is it a coincidence that he's in Week 12 again in Series 13?
Well,
I don't think so.
It could be a good omen for him, couldn't it? So, we'll be hoping to go one better. 100. And there you see the flights. Very original.
It's always a personal choice, isn't it?
60. Dean, you
flights
require
that you
75.
Use. And I'm sure it's not an accident that Jamai is using all blue. Seems to be his colour. He has red, the colour of the Irishman.
63.
Not yet.
He will be back, though. Jamai, not on out shot. But that shot there does leave himself
12.
tops. Should he return? But Finn looks at double 6 now. The first leg of tonight's play, and now double 3.
Six.
The thing is, on that third dart, 40. You might as well attack it because you're probably not coming back.
And this for a breaker throw then. Double 10.
Game
double 10 is found by Jamai. Breaks the throw of Finn. And leads.
Second leg is Jamai to throw first.
He's about 6.5 foot tall. He is very, very friendly, really smart, and he throws gracefully.
93.
There's nothing not to like about this young man.
It's quite a loop of a throw, isn't it, as well?
$60.
I'm really not sure what is so urgent to keep that in your pocket, though. They are the tightest pants since Kenny Everett.
There's a reason why he has that in his pocket, doesn't he? Because he normally plays with his phone in his pocket, whereas here, you're not allowed your phone. So he's put something else in his pocket.
I don't get it. I know we live in a very different generation these days, and these dart stars are not allowed access to the internet when they're playing in the group. But it's just a phone.
45.
You can leave things alone for 3-4 hours. That's a nice thing to detach from. Just focus on the dartboard and the people. Maybe I'm just being Victor Meldrew here.
Well, that's another max there from Finn. His second. And actually, I do play with a phone in my pocket. Yeah. It's not something that I've always done. It's just something that I've done recently. Well, recently, over the last few years after I've come back from being poorly. No, perhaps I'll think of it as a comfort blanket. I don't know.
60.
It's obviously on silent and everything else. I just don't. What it is really is I don't trust leaving it on the table with my fellow players.
That I can understand.
Yes, because you never know what you're going to come back to.
We can come back to that in the next leg if you wish, because I'm sure that every sports person has got a story about
49.
their phone being hijacked. This is all about a 2-0 lead. And that is crucial because his confidence at times in Group A this week was bruised. And what he's shown at the start of this group is that he's ready to command it.
Well, that was sweet as a nut, wasn't it? A 17 dart leg there from Jamai.
84.
Leads by 2 legs.
I'm really looking forward to his game with Ryan Branley later. But you're going to have to stay with us until the early hours for that because it's
44.
game 10. Because that is a game I have christened Jamai Wai. Because it's a Geordie versus someone called Jamai.
89.
Just looks at ease, looks ready to perform
100.
a little bit more consistently than he was in Group A. Because the last time he was here, Herik did win Group A. And he had the 2 days off. This time, it might be the difference between winning on a Saturday night and not.
Well, Finn there puts in a third maximum.
57.
There's many legs.
148.
And he's looking at 148. Can't find the treble 16.
88.
It's good setup play.
Yeah, I like what he did there. He wasn't going gung-ho on the checkout because he
41.
knows
Dean requires 60.
that if he had, he might have been on an odd number to end the shot. That way, he was on a primary double
Finn.
and he was under no pressure from himself and indeed from his opponent.
Fourth leg is Jamai to throw first.
Just think to yourself, if
Game
you've got
up.
148 left and your opponent is way back, what's the smart thing to do? Is it to try and get the treble 20 and the double 14 and be the hero? Or is it smart to stay away from double 14 and give yourself time to get to tops and take that out?
76.
This is happening more and more from the pros, especially from Dirk van Dijvenbode. He's educating the world as to how to negotiate these situations.
97.
Well, that leg there from Finn was a 14 dart leg. 3 maximums.
40.
And he's trailing by 2 legs to 1. Averaging 10 points more than Jamai.
100.
You know that Vanden Herik came into 2026 with a big reputation, not just because he played some pretty good stuff here. He played great on the Challenge Tour, some good stuff on the Development Tour
40.
as well. This week, which is the most important indicator of where his form is at, averaging 85.5.
134.
32% on the doubles, and I can say confidently he's better than that.
$135. Jamai, you require
Jamai
110.
looking at 110. For double 16. Oh, what a shot. 110 checkout. 15 dart leg for a 3-1 lead.
Leg is Dean to throw first.
He really hasn't got a problem checking things out in this game. His biggest strength in Group A was 180s. He had 21 in 15 games.
57.
Well, it's 3 from 5 for Jamai. 1 from 6 for Finn.
60.
You know how Dutch dart players tend to have these acronyms because of their name, like MVG or RVB?
27.
I'm really not sure that we're going to do that with Vanden Herik because it would be JVDH, and it doesn't really roll off the tongue.
No, it's
100.
one syllable too many.
Yeah, it's a bit like Vincent van der Voort is VVDV.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too far.
57.
Oh, Dean's starting to show some gesticulation here as if to say this game is getting away from me, and he might be right.
96.
What we will let you know about by the end of the night, after doing a little bit of research into the series, is what's been the most popular route through to the Champions Week. Maybe we can give you some insight into who's possibly going to win next week, even before we've got our 12th name. Yes, we're looking forward to Champions Week, and it's only Thursday. Now what do you do?
65.
That's a good recovery
Jamai
with the last dart.
105.
Does leave himself a finish. But Jamai's looking at 105. Misses the treble 16. So Finn will get a chance at the 160.
160.
Does he want to go traditional, or does he want to do the Jared Cole shot? 60 bull. He's got the option.
Well, he's just wide at the treble 20
78.
there.
Jamai, you require 48.
So to wrap it all up and to take the first win of tonight's play, Jamai's looking at 48, double 16, and now double 8. Double 8 he finds to take the 4-1 victory. The very first match of tonight's play. Averaging 85.05 for Dean, 84.23 for Jamai. And coming up after the break, we have Lewis Pride and Dmitri Rogoff.
a very good start for Jamai van den Herik. He got himself a very decent average, but the doubles were better. 4 out of 7, which took him to a 4-1 victory over Dean Finn. You could say he is the defending Week 12 champion. But now we turn our attention to Grizzly. Why is he called Grizzly? Well,
look at that.
Look at him. That's why. It's not exactly a mystery, is it? Lewis Pride, 29. He's just called Grizzly. But Dmitri Rogoff, 51. And a little bit of a surprise package this week. The odds compilers had him as one of the outsiders. And he almost stole his way through to Group A glory. But Alex Spellman put pay to that. And Dmitri has to come through a Group B situation now with Pride, with Finn, with Van den Herik, and then Ryan Branley, who will take on Dean Finn in his first game of the group after this. Always got to admire someone who is so confident in themselves that they only need to put their first name on the back of their shirt. You don't even have to put their second name. But this man, he looks a bit scary, but I promise you he's not. Let's see what he can do on the dartboard over the next couple of nights.
He has a determined look upon his face, doesn't he?
He's got the look of
25.
Someone who needs to do his walk-on with a motorbike. And a group of cronies. But this is what darts is all
60.
about. You don't see many footballers look like that, do you?
No.
You might see a few rugby players. But darts is about all sorts of people from different walks of life. And you can be completely yourself. But ultimately the thing that
60.
separates you from the rest is how you play from 7'9"1/4.
Well, there's quite a few dart players of late
54.
sporting beards of a similar fashion. Of course, the most famous one being Simon Whitlock.
Indeed. And a certain Andreas Harrison who won Series 7. Not necessarily the beard to be
58.
feared. Just the beard to behold. Very tidy looking shot.
139.
And a rather fierce third dart to get himself on a 167 finish. Here with Dmitri, we've got another person who doesn't like to use the same kit 3 times. It seems to be an odd green flight. Maybe that's something to do with the Masters
70.
this week at
Lewis,
Augusta
you require
National.
167.
Well, it's 167 now for Pride. Treble 19. Well, decides to stay there. Rogoff not on a finish.
131.
Sensible play.
That's a nice dart. Looking to leave 48.
100.
Just one shy.
Lewis, you require 36.
Let's see what Lewis Pride can do with this. Been a very solid first leg. He's getting there.
That one bent the wire.
No score.
And that
Dmitri,
is
you
right
require
next to it.
88.
So opportunity opens up for Rogoff. Double 14 for a breaker throw.
Game
Double
shot on the
14 he
first leg,
finds.
Dmitri Rogoff.
Leads by 1 leg to 0.
Here's what we've learned about Dmitri this week.
Second leg is
If you
Dmitri
do
to
not
throw
put him
first.
away, he will bite you.
Game on.
Ask Alex Spellman from Wednesday. He had multiple visits at double 12, didn't hit it, and Rogoff just swooped in and took the game. And he almost took the group.
100.
Yeah, and Spellman had to win his last game of the day to top the group. Did so superbly with 104 plus average.
137.
I've got a question for you, Trina.
100.
I'm not even sure if I've ever asked you this.
Okay.
What is it about Yorkshire? Just what is it that they keep churning out these dart players year after year after year? Or defending
85.
champions from Yorkshire?
Must be something in the water, as they say. But yes, I mean, very talented. Always has been for darts, hasn't it?
60.
Always seem to produce great players.
Absolutely. All the way back. I'm not talking about the 90s. I'm talking about the 70s. And even before that. Players that would get to the end of the News of the World tournament at Alexandra Palace. People who would represent their county more than 200 times and play for their country, like Dennis Hickling. And then Dennis Priestley and
60.
Scott Waits and
Lewis,
so many more.
John Boy Bolton.
Absolutely. Hello. Double 14.
131.
That would have been a nice reply. He will be back for 14.
However, here we go again. If you give him a sniff,
133.
He's
Lewis, you
waiting.
require 14.
it's like he's stalking you, Lewis. Other side. Do not go left again.
No score.
If you go
Dmitri,
left,
you
that is
require
never going to go in.
48.
Well, opportunity then to go 2 ahead. Double 16 for Rogoff. Now double 8. Double
Game
8
shot on
is
the second
found
leg, Dmitri
to
Rogoff.
take the 2-0 lead with an 18 dart leg.
Look at him back to the
Lewis to
table,
throw
casually
first.
sipping his
Game
water
on.
like a Bond baddie. Basically saying, you can't put me away, Mr. Pride.
2 from 3
100.
for Rogoff. 0 from 7 for Pride. So he's had the opportunity, but not taken his chances. And here comes Rogoff.
140.
There's been a lot made of Jack Aldridge on the Challenge Tour and beyond since the start of the year, but Lewis Pride is on the same amount of money in the Challenge Tour Order of Merit as Jack Aldridge. That tells you a little bit of
46.
something. And if you look at his results, there's some good stuff in there. Semi-final in the first one, and a semi-final also at the end of March.
180.
He won 7 games and lost in his 8th game in the semi-final. That's the kind of stuff you need to go deep in a Challenge Tour, and he's doing that stuff. Lost out to Florian Price.
140.
He would go on to win the tournament. But I get the feeling that Dmitri is
60.
maybe a little bit better than we gave him credit for on Monday morning.
Yeah, he certainly surprised us all.
60. Dmitri, you require 121.
He's had a great debut, hasn't he, so far? Well, treble 17 is the target. Not found.
57. Lewis, you require 155.
Gives Pride the opportunity at 155.
The combo here is the same as what he hit for the 145. He needed the treble 19 after the treble 20.
78 left.
But unfortunately, he couldn't find the first dart this time.
95. Dmitri, you require 64.
So for a 3-0 lead. Double 16 then.
48.
It's right on the wire.
Lewis, you require 60.
And this has to go for Pride.
This is going to be tricky. That flight is right in the way of tops. Look at that. It is literally blocking it.
40. Dmitri, you require 16.
There are very big advantages to having that angle of attack, but there are drawbacks too on shots like that. It literally could be 3-0 to Lewis Pride.
It could.
Game
However,
shot on the third leg. Dmitri Rogoff.
it's 3-0 to Rogoff. 3 from 7 on his Dublin, and 0 from 9 from Pride. And that is what's making the difference.
Game on.
That's what this game is all about. If you get chances and don't take them, you've only got yourself to blame.
$125.
Over the next 2 nights, he will just want to continue the kind of form that he had. He might even think he'll need 1 or 2% more.
60.
Because there are people in this group who are going to be ruthless. Ryan Branley most definitely will be. But I'm getting the feeling that Dimitri's not scared of anybody here this week. If he can go toe-to-toe with Alex Spellman.
34.
Well, he just looks so cool and calm and collected, doesn't he? He doesn't seem rattled at all.
97.
You know, we should have had Grizzly here about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Should have had him playing against Zoreso Zevaboom. You could have had Lewis Pride against ZZ Top.
58.
He's got the white rose on the back of his shirt. The symbol for Yorkshire.
Yeah, comes from Harrogate.
Nice town.
140.
He may be one of those posh Yorkshire people if he's from Harrogate.
Yes.
He probably puts his cup of tea together by putting the tea in the cup first instead of the milk first. You know that story, don't you?
That is a very Yorkshire thing to do, isn't it?
They used to put the milk in first and then the tea after, because what that would do is it would signify that you were poor, because you didn't want the china to break under the temperature of the tea.
Dmitri,
If you were well off,
125.
you'd put the tea in first because you knew your china wouldn't break. Well, who's going to break here? That's interesting. He gets the bull and doesn't go for a 25 and bull.
71.
Yeah,
Lewis,
with Pride
you require
sat on 64. Well, this simply has to go for him to stay in the match.
I don't know if that was peacockery or whether that was just ignorance. But that's
shot on the
brilliance.
fourth leg, Lewis Pride.
This game isn't over yet.
Well, he saves the match with the 64 checkout.
Fifth leg is Lewis to throw first.
Interestingly, there was a reaction
Game
there
on.
from Grizzly, but his opponent couldn't see it. That's very wise.
Yeah, a look of relief, wasn't it?
59.
Yeah, he's 29 years of age, and he's probably been growing that beard for about 28 years. How long does it take to grow a beard that long? I do wonder.
100.
What are you asking me for?
Fair point.
What are you trying to say?
59.
Have you ever grown a beard?
Yes, I did for a little bit of time. It was part of a wager I had with Michael van Gerwen.
Okay.
I needed to make a
44.
semi-final in the first 6 months of a year. Otherwise, I owed him €500. And the very last tournament was the World Cup. And I made the semis. And then the beard came off.
100.
But we did give some money to charity at the end. Because it was good fun.
Oh,
But
well
the
done.
beard did not suit me. I've never been so itchy in all my life.
I don't think I've ever seen you with a beard, so.
70.
You're definitely not going to see me with a beard like that. Because it would be half my height. Sorry for someone who's well over 6 foot tall. And I think you've got to have a degree of
100.
a certain build to get away with it. If you look at Lewis, he's a big boy. It would look a bit strange on Jamai van den Herik.
Yes, indeed it would. It's a good point.
25.
He actually reminds me of a famous rugby player who's getting a bit of traffic at the minute. I just can't remember his name.
I know who you mean.
It'll come to me.
57. $58. Lewis, you require 126.
A 1, 2, 6 then for Pride to go within 1.
Joe Marler. That's who it is. That's who he reminds me of.
41.
Well, considering he did have chances earlier in the game and he let Rogoff get back into this match, the last thing he wants to do is let him in here.
Oh, that's good darts from Rogoff.
Lewis, you require 85.
And again, this has to go. Bullseye then.
53.
If you're going to miss, you might as well hit the 18. But Rogoff is going to get a chance to win this match. He did make a tactical mistake in the previous leg when he was on 125. This time, it's a lot simpler. Averaging 83. Steady on the checkouts, 3 from 7. And he has a match dart.
54.
Well, opportunity
Lewis,
then for Pride
32.
to save the match yet again. And he's looking at double 16. Double 8.
No score. Dmitri, you require 16.
Too many for Pride. And Rogoff can finish it off. It's a good start,
and the match, Dmitri Rogoff.
but he was given too many chances by his Yorkshire opponent early in the match. He took full advantage of it, and Dmitri is off to a very solid start. Interesting reaction as he leaves the stage. Not a great deal between the averages, both averaging 80. There's definitely more in the tank, but Dmitri gets a 4-1 victory. it's a case of what could have been for that man right there, Lewis Pride. He wasn't able to take out his shot to keep the match alive. In fact, he bust the shot and gave Dmitri another bite at the cherry. But that was the case of the entire game. 14 darts at a double for Lewis Pride. He could only hit the one, and Dmitri stepped in with 4 out of 10. Dean Ford Finn Ford, is back at the Oki now after losing 4-1 to Jamai van den Herik, and he's up against this young man from Northumberland, a familiar face from the good old town of Blythe on the northeast coast. I'd like to say it's got a great beach, but it has recently been washed away by a storm. But Dean, it's very crystal clear that he needs to find a little bit more than what he found in his first game, and particularly against someone of the talent of Branley, who has been to multiple finals in this building. Everybody understands the talent that Ryan has, but this could be a brilliant week for him to pop, because if he does, he will have to stay in Portsmouth instead of going back to the northeast of England, and it could be glory for him over the course of the next 9 to 10 days.
Well, as you say, a great talent.
60.
Bit of an unusual throw. Flicks his wrist out to the right.
100.
Yeah, it's very spinny. The wrist itself goes through
60.
a semicircle before he calibrates it to get it straight. It's very individual. Can't say I've seen anybody throw like that before, but considering what we know about what he does in the northeast of England and when he comes
49.
here, it's very effective.
Yeah, it works for him, doesn't it? So there's no need to change it. It's not something you would recommend the player of his caliber.
You look at some of the players that he plays against on a regular basis up in the Northumberland and Tyne-and-Wear region.
125.
If he's living with these people and beating them on a regular basis, he may just be for real.
Well, there's the first max for him. I'm sure there's plenty more where that came from, as far as he's concerned.
He's a spirited young man, that's for sure.
Ryan, you require 61.
And he's on 61 after very few darts thrown. I like this composure.
Game shot.
But everybody likes that finish even more. That is a really strong start.
Great darts there from the young 17-year-old. Starts off with a 14 dart leg.
Game on.
I'm not ashamed to say that I was on the road once and driving wherever I was going. I was talking to my father, and I grew up in Blythe, which is where Ryan Branley's from. Asking my dad about life, and he said, "Have you heard about this kid called Ryan Branley?" I said, "No. Who's he?" "Oh, you'll know about him pretty soon." And he was right.
And how long ago was that?
That was about 5 years ago.
Wow.
$95.
He's winning tournaments up there against some of the most talented national players at this level. We're talking about people like Billy Leonard, who's a brilliant ADC player from Shank House in Cramlington.
58.
He's up against all these people playing ADC in the northeast of England, and in his Super League in Northumberland, I could go on about it for 20 minutes. People like Chris Dobie, Callan Ridds, Ryan Joyce. Need I go any further?
100.
That's great caliber, isn't it? And as we say, for a 17-year-old, he has quite a lot of experience,
60.
and especially on this stage. So, and as you say, he's come close on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, particularly in the Rising Stars week, which was won by Henry Coates in the final by 4-3. But look at the cast list of that finals night. Charlie Manby, the defending champion. Jensen Walker, a former Super Series champion. Henry Coates, the eventual winner. James Buckby and Nathan Potter, who was in Champions Week next week. It's a ridiculous cast list. And I suggest that Dean Finn get in this game pretty quickly, because if he doesn't, he might be in trouble here.
Well, it's Shanghai on the 20s. Needs to find the treble. And it's just the wrong side of the wire.
85.
Finds the bullseye with the last start.
45.
It's 45 for Branley. Double 16. For a 2-0 lead. And a break of throw. Double 8. Double 8 is found for that break of throw. And the 2-0 lead.
That step back is very reminiscent of Rob Cross.
Third leg is Ryan.
It's one of, I will throw it a double
Game on.
when I'm ready to do so. It's really impressive. He's also part
70.
of the JDC England World Cup winning team. That system has served him well. But he's too old for it now. He's got to start looking forward to development tour days and doing things more at this level before a potential pro career. That's the kind of path he's on.
Well, development tour 7 in Leicester in 2025. He won that against Dominic Grulich.
Yeah, Dominic Grulich is someone from Germany
44.
who's made a Pro Tour final. He lost to Johnny Clayton last year in Rosmarlin. When you're beating someone of that ilk, that means that you can live with the pros.
140.
So the fact that he has not won a week here yet, it is a surprise for people.
It is. It is. And in 2024, he's won the Italian Grandmasters Youth. In 2023,
93.
he won the Multi-Youth Masters and the Multi-Youth Open.
Getting the feeling that he likes winning.
Appeared in the UK Open, of course.
Things like that
41.
are a bonus at his age. Get yourself in that room with all of those stars and see how you fare under no pressure, because when Ryan goes to the UK Open, all the pressure's on everybody else. But when he comes
115.
here, is expectation.
It's his own expectation, isn't it? That
96. Dean,
he's a great player and he knows what he can do.
What can Dean Finn do? He's looking to do what Jasper Scarrett did earlier this afternoon, 115.
75. Ryan, you require 119.
Now this could be 19 for 60 in tops, or something a little flashier.
Well, there's the 19. Just high of the treble 20.
59. Dean, you require 40.
So Finn looking at tops then to go within one. Double 10. Double 10 he finds to get a leg on the board with a 17 dart leg, and he trails by 2 legs to 1.
4 leg is Dean to throw first. Game on.
Dean's one of those players that if he was wearing those new fancy glasses with the cameras in them, we could get a really good insight into what it's like to be a player on the stage. Have you seen those new glasses?
I have, yes.
33.
That would be quite an interesting kind of angle, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we got a player cam.
95.
Let's do it.
You've got to do it with someone who already wears glasses. You can't do it the way that Jan van Veen was doing it last week, where he was wearing a pair of glasses over his glasses. It just looks silly.
100.
Now, dart players these days are given a remit as to
137.
certain bits of conduct, and they're told that you can't wear football colours. But it is curious that Ryan and Callan Ridds both wear dart shirts with just the littlest hint of black and white.
140.
Just a tad at the bottom. Yes.
Oh, it's nothing to do with Newcastle United. It's just I like black and white, and it's just a little bit of it, so it doesn't
99.
break the rules. It's just ushering towards them.
Just blend it in.
Indeed.
Well, Ryan's left himself 170 here.
94. Ryan, you require 170.
It could be the second person to get one this week. Reece Colley had one on Tuesday.
96. Dean, you require 134.
Dean has upped his output in this game by about 2% from his first match. But he might need a little bit more than that.
94. Ryan, you require 74.
Well, he leaves himself tops, but will he get a chance at it as Branley looks at 74? It's 20 now for tops.
He doesn't like that lie. This is going to have to be high and hard.
34.
That's a really
Dean,
tough
you
dart.
require 40.
Chance for Finn to equalise then. Looks at tops.
Has that dart flattened out a bit? It
Game
might have
shot
done him a
full
favour
bag,
in the
Dean
end.
Finn.
It is 2-2.
It's all square.
Feel like it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Averages at the moment 87.88 for Ryan, 85.02
100.
for Dean. Now you see the reaction of Dean. Knew how important that was to level up.
$49.
Not a great visit there from Finn.
98.
If you've not seen any pictures, by the way, of the 2025 JDC World Cup, the England A and B team
96.
were terrifying. Names like Daniel Stevenson, who Ryan knows extremely well. He's from the same area of the country. Jack Nankervis was in that team. You got Archie
95.
Self. Leo Howard's in there as well. My word. It's no wonder England won that tournament. They were absolutely dominant
58.
in Gibraltar in 2025. But those days are behind him now. Got to start shooting forward when you get over the age of 16.
134.
Well, he's got it all there, isn't he? He's just getting it all to come together at the right time.
174.
That's brilliant
Ryan,
darts
you
from
require
Finn.
74.
Isn't it just? He just won't leave Ryan Branley alone. More and more
54.
people are going that way on
Dean, you
74
require
these days.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to block tops. But if Finn takes this, Ryan Branley will start scratching his head for England.
It's bullseye. Oh,
Game
and
shot on
it's
the fifth
bang
leg,
in the middle.
Dean Finn.
That was crucial for Branley. That is going to hurt. Breaks the throw and now finds himself thrown for the match.
Yeah, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Game on.
He's had chances. He's missed a couple of darts. He hasn't done a great deal wrong. He's got the higher average. His doubles percentage is not that different to Finn, but this game is all about timing.
It is indeed, and that was perfect timing.
I have a sneaky suspicion, just looking at the schedule for the evening,
70.
that if Branley is to lose this, he's going to take it out on Dmitri Rogoff in Game 5. Some players are like that. If they suffer a defeat, some people will wither and say, why
77.
me? But then there are others who just have to take it on the chin, and then they say, right, give me another opponent and I'll take it out on them.
180.
Case in point.
Well, he knows he's got to produce darts like that to give himself a chance to try and level up here, break the throw of Finn.
58.
And then if he does so, he will have the darts in the deciding leg.
45.
Can't find a treble on that occasion.
He's quite an expressive youngster. And if he wasn't like that, I'd be kind of worried. You want someone to be a bit
85.
honest with yourself when you're young. He's still doing his apprenticeship. Still learning how to perform in the shadows of the
56.
pros. It's okay to make mistakes.
Of course, you learn by them. Well, you hope you do.
Well, here's the thing.
69. Ryan,
69 hit.
150.
Branley might have to hit this.
Well, that's a great first dart. Great second. Double 15.
120. Dean,
He
you require
genuinely thought he had to hit that.
131.
Well, it was a great attempt, wasn't it? Finn now looking at 131. Well, attempted tops.
111.
Now what do you do? Do
Ryan,
you go for it?
require 30.
Or do you split it? He has been really good at double 8. However, he's not that bad down there either. We're going the distance.
Yeah, breaks the throw back, and now he has the darts. So, technically speaking, has the advantage.
7th and final leg is Ryan.
And
to
he's
the
going to have to
first.
use that
Game on.
to full advantage.
There are times,
58.
as a commentator, Trina, that I curse myself for having such a good memory, but there are times when I think, oh, I remember that, and I think I'll never use that, but I'll remember it just in case. Now, I do believe that you have been to
104.
one of haunts in your career.
Have I?
Yes, you once did an exhibition with Kevin Painter at the Bedlington Station Social Club. And that's somewhere that Ryan plays quite a lot.
101.
Oh, okay. So that would be the Beauty and the Beast tour, would it?
Yeah, it was just over 20 years ago, I think.
Oh, crikey. Now I'm feeling age. Yeah, we did lots of them.
85.
And we did tour all over the country.
Yeah, the Bedlington Station Social Club is a hub in the northeast of England. They have some incredible tournaments there.
108.
What a time to put in a max. Doesn't leave a finish.
Is it crucial that he was on 3-4-2 instead of 3-4-1?
125.
We're about to find out. This is a brilliant game of darts.
92.
He leaves himself on a 2-darter. He was desperately craving leaving the double and forcing Finn to take this out. But if he pressurizes the 70, anybody can win this game now.
Well, the 151 is not going to go.
45.
So it's 70 for the match for Ryan.
Big chance to put Dean Finn on 2 defeats from 2 games. And to get Ryan off to a winning start. He's got the treble. He hasn't got the win just yet. Does anybody remember the 1-2-4 on the ball and how that felt for his opponent? Right now, Branley is watching the board saying, don't you dare.
Treble 18. Finds it. Double 16 for the match.
Another match, Dean
And
Finn.
ouch, ouch, ouch. What a shot there from Dean Finn to win the match by 4 legs to 3 over Ryan Branley. 90.46 for Ryan, 88.27 for Dean. When we come back after the break, it's Jamai and Lewis.
Just before the break here on Pluto TV at the Modus Super Series, Ryan Branley he threw the kitchen sink at Dean Finn, but it wasn't enough because Finn was impervious to everything that Branley did. 3 180s, not enough. 90.5 average, not enough. Finn with 2 ton plus checkouts, 2 hurtful ones as well, takes the points and puts himself on 2 points in the table with Jamai van den Herik and Dmitri Rogoff. So now we take our attention and put it into game number 4, where van den Herik returns, and he's up against Lewis Pride, who was Dimitri's victim in game number 2.
Game on.
Of the players that we've seen, because we've seen them at least once now, Trina, who's impressed the most?
100.
Wow. We've only seen Dmitri play the once, but I was impressed with him. Jamai's played well as well. It's been a mixture, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've seen some very decent doubling so far.
100.
And in that last game, Dean taking out the 124 and the 106 at such crucial times, perfect timing from him to take that win. And Branley must
90.
be gutted.
He hasn't got long to get over it because he's playing against Dmitri Rogoff next. Maybe that'll be a good thing to just get back on the hockey as soon as possible.
125.
But if he has those same misses against Dmitri, I think the same might happen to him. So he's got to be really careful there. But 3 games have been won against the throw here tonight. 3 very similar games, in fact. Because missed opportunities on the left side of the fixture sheet.
126.
Key hits on the right-hand side.
$60. Lewis, you require 145.
He left this in his first game and he missed double 14 for it.
$87.
Good play.
You require 116.
It's 116 for Jamai. Needs treble 20. Pulls that low.
42. Lewis, you require 58.
He will not be pleased with that second dart. He lost the weight and the line. But Pride needs to get off to a good start in this game.
38.
Not to
Jamai,
be.
you require 74.
1 out of 14 on the doubles in his first game. That must improve.
It has to. Which Jamai,
Game
with
shot
first
leg,
blood,
Jamai van den Herik.
takes out the 74.
Second leg is Lewis to throw first.
Holds his
Game on.
throat. Takes the lead.
It's like we're seeing one half of the playing stock not being ruthless on the doubles and the other half being
40.
right on the word. Ruthless.
Well, Lewis should have won his previous game.
125.
Had the opportunities at doubles before. Like you said, 1 from 14 in that, and has missed another double opportunity.
And if
for
you
a break
walk
the throw.
you walk up to any player that
59.
graces the practice facility in this series, and you say to them, "You're getting 14 darts at a double in this game," they will expect to win.
108.
And if you say to them, "You're only going to get 1 leg," their expression will tell you everything you need to know. Look in the background there
40.
at Jamai van den Herik at the edge of the stage. He's not watching what Grizzly does. He is in his own little world.
Yeah, head down, concentrating on what he's got to do.
140.
He's not in control of what Pride is doing, so why should he bother with it?
You probably know more than anybody else because you have a connection to the Netherlands. But what are they putting in the milk?
59. Jamai, you require
They're
56.
so tall and they're so skinny.
Well, they are the tallest race.
Game
But he's hit that double 16 again.
Herik.
I thought you were going to go full Jeremy Clarkson there. They're the tallest people in the world.
Game on.
And they are genuinely the tallest nation on the planet.
96.
He's not holding back here. This is proper darts.
Yeah, we're averaging 102 plus here. 17 and a 12 darter for Jamai.
59.
There were plenty of people who thought that Van den Herik would not be here this year. They thought that he was about as close to a sure thing for a tour card as anybody. But it just goes to show
100.
that Q School is no cakewalk. He's made a quarter-final on the Challenge Tour this season.
60.
A couple of other decent runs to the last 32. But that's about it. He hasn't quite seen the heights in 2026 like 2025 just yet. But the season is young. It's only April.
60.
But his season could genuinely take off in the next 10 days. Look what happened to Jensen Walker at this point
98.
last year. He won his week. He came back to Champions Week. He won the title. And after that, wherever he went, he would win.
$134. Jamai, you require 167.
That's 167 for Jamai. It's not to be. To Pride.
93. Lewis, you require
Has a chance at the 148. Well, raises the eyebrows. Some distance away with his first start.
Jamai, you require 74.
He's just taken this one out. Couple of legs ago. Is he going to find the double 16 again? And he does so.
Jamai Van den Herik.
274 checkouts for Jamai in this match.
This is seriously impressive.
Game on.
The average is 98. The doubles percentage can't get any better.
3 from 3, averaging 98.
115.
I always cast my mind back to when Van den Herik first came here in 2025.
95.
We spoke to him as part of our Tungsten Talk series. And his first words to us were, I don't think my English is very good. Our response to that was, your English is way better than our Dutch. And he spoke word perfect in his interview.
42.
And you just got the feeling from this young man that maybe he's not 100% self-confident when it comes to interviews and speaking in a second language. But the one thing about darts is that it's the same for everybody. It's the same language. It's an equalizer.
84.
And that's where he feels comfortable.
Does all his talking on the board.
100.
Well, he has hit a 9 darter on the Challenge Tour. 12 in 2025 at Milton Keynes. That was against Carl Sneed, who we've seen here in the past.
Yeah, he's got a tour card now as Carl.
60.
That was a big day for Jamai. He hit the 9 darter and he won the tournament.
And he hit that 9 darter as well with 180, 177, 144.
He's not going to leave 144 here, but he might leave 170.
94.
Which he has.
Lewis, you require 142.
Okay, stay there. That's a very Yorkshire shot. Because at 142, most people downstairs like treble 17.
90.
But there's somebody who likes the
Jamai,
19s on that. And his name is Joe
170.
Cullen.
Well, it's the big fish. But it's not going to go.
50. Lewis, you require 52.
So Lewis back for 52. He's hit tops.
It's better than the 60.
Looking at double 6. To get a leg on the board. And he finds
Game
it.
shot on the fourth leg. Lewis Pride.
Saves the match again.
Fifth leg is Jamai to throw first. Game on.
He's finally off the mark. Not even sure he enjoyed that double 6. It was more relief than anything else.
I think it was, wasn't it?
100.
How much do you remember about 1985, Trina?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Well, cast your mind back. There was a song in that year that was pretty big by a band called
85.
King.
Yes.
It's called Love and Pride.
Yes.
It's the same amount of syllables as Lewis's name. That would be a pretty good walk-on song if you ask me.
180.
Yep. I see where you're coming from.
He's way too young to remember that.
Well, that maximum is the second for Jamai.
Yeah,
in
that was
this.
ridiculous as well.
140.
They were all on a pinhead. Those darts were so tightly packed together they could fit in his pocket,
64.
which is pretty tight.
Well, he's left himself 157 after 9. This from Pride. Brilliant pressure.
180. Jamai,
Finds
you
a max
require
of his own.
157.
Something may be happening in this game. If Pride can convert, we're going to be back
90.
on throw.
Lewis, you require 96.
19s. Now. That really is interesting. He didn't go double-double. He thought the treble 16 was the play.
56. Jamai, you require 67.
Maybe he thinks he's going to get another shot. Here's the thing, he might not. Because this is very gettable to win this game 4-1. And it is for his second consecutive 4-1 victory. And he's missed his shot.
Chase the treble. Goes into the treble
49.
11.
Sorry,
Now
51.
Pride looking
Lewis,
at
you require
tops
40.
and a clear target to again save the match. One dart left.
He's got to give it a shot. That's too cagey. It's too defensive. Don't worry about splitting it now, because this is your last attempt.
No score. Jamai, you require 16.
He still plants it high. It's 8-8 now for the match for Jamai.
Game shot.
He doesn't
and the match,
hesitate,
Jamai
and that is a second
Herik.
victory for that young man from the Netherlands, who is favourite to win this group, and he's living up to that tag because he has 4 points in the bank at the halfway point of the night. 92 average. Doubles were pretty good, weren't they? 4 out of 4 and a 4-1 victory.
Well, welcome back to the Modus Super Series here live on Pluto TV. Before the break, we seen Jamai van den Herik take a 4-1 victory over Lewis Pride, averaging 92 plus 4 out of 4 on his doubles. Lewis Pride continues to suffer with his doubles. 1 from 7 in that match. Now Dmitri Rogoff and Ryan Branley take to the stage. Dmitri playing some solid stuff. And Ryan losing out, rather unfortunately, 4-3 to Dean Finn in his last game, where Dean took out a 1-2-4 and a 106, crucial times of the match to take the win.
Game on.
This could be a crucial game for Ryan. This is his bounce back after losing to Dean Finn.
140.
But I'm sure at the very tender age of sub-18, even he knows that someone as wily as Rogoff, it's not going to be easy to topple, especially when he's got the darts.
100.
He lost the game because he was only 33% on the doubles. Branley, in fact, missed a lot of chances in that game, but with 1 dart at a double.
81.
2 at most. And he was made to pay for every mistake he made.
$95.
Nobody said darts was easy at any level. So don't expect to just walk in here and get points on a plate. There are people fighting for that plate.
140.
Well, that's a good 140 from Rogoff. How he found that other treble with his last darts beyond me. He seemed to throw it through the 2 previous darts, found a way through, and he's looking at the same here.
Maybe he's a magician.
Looks a bit like Paul Daniels.
100.
Well, that's magic.
Well, he's left himself tops after 12.
Ryan's done really well there, but Rogoff has had a better leg than him on a double after 12. Based on what we've seen, he's going to hit this.
Game shot in the first
because he has a way of
Rogoff.
bypassing the flight.
Second leg is Ryan to
14 darter there for Rogoff. Takes first blood.
There weren't many people who knew a lot about Dmitri coming into this week.
121.
The odds compilers didn't fancy him. People online thought, okay, don't know much about him. And when we don't know much about a player, we don't fancy them. But everything seemed to change by the end of Tuesday.
Well, they can also be very dangerous. They can go underneath the radar, which is exactly what he's done.
97.
A bit like Johnny Clayton tonight in Brighton. 5-2 down to Michael van Gerwen in the final and wins 6-5.
Now that's going to hurt.
Yeah, 5 more points for the Ferret, and he's top of the table once again. Looks like he's going to the playoffs for a potential second Premier League title. You could say it's our playoffs next week, our Champions Week, the first one of the year. And remember, if you want to be here for the Champions Night, you're probably out of luck. It is the hottest ticket in Portsmouth when it's Champions Night. But if you'd like to be here for some subsequent Saturday nights, get yourself down here. You can be within spitting distance of the players and the referee.
89.
We've got the international pairs finals night the week after Champions Night. If anything, that's even louder.
Indeed.
60. Ryan, you require 96.
Keep this simple. You don't have to take it out. If you can, great. If you don't, just leave tops.
88. Double 80
on the
finds.
second
He does
leg,
take
Ryan
out the
Branley.
96 and levels the match at 1 apiece.
The leg is Dmitri to
15
first.
data.
Game on.
It's a good job we got Ryan Branley coming through because we don't have enough Ryans in this sport.
Just a few out there, isn't there?
Just a little bit.
100.
One with Tetris on his shirt. One with very long hair and 34-gram barrels. And you got this youngster coming through. There's your QR code, by the way, if you would like to reserve your tickets for
96.
some Saturday nights coming up. If you haven't got use of a smart device to scan that QR code, it is something you can search for in a search engine. Just search for the Modus Super Series and tickets.
60.
That'll take you to the Darts World shop.
94.
That's a good switch. That makes his next shot very interesting. Still have to get 3 trebles to leave a finish there.
43.
131 gets you to 180. 140 gets you to 171. It means you still need a really big hit to leave a finish.
Well, he does find the 2 trebles.
140.
We've had some people coming to the Live Lounge in Portsmouth from Canada because they wanted to tick it off their list
140.
as part of their darting bucket list. That's what people do. They want to come here because it's intimate. You can see it up right close.
It's a great
89.
atmosphere on a Saturday night, isn't it?
158.
Up close and personal.
Yeah, this Saturday night is going to be fun. I get a feeling that next Saturday night will be even better.
60. Ryan, you require 82.
So is he going to go 14s or bullseye? Well, decides to go the ball route. 74 left.
Okay, that one has me perplexed.
42.
Did he miscount there?
98.
Or was he genuinely going for 36 and 38?
Well, it's 38 now for Rogoff.
79.
He's just above.
Ryan, you require 40.
He has not been missing those chances the last couple of days. Branley is fortunate to be back.
Double 10.
20.
And he can't
Dmitri,
find
you
the target.
require
Gives it the
19.
thumbs up rather sarcastically. Now Rogoff looking at 19. Double 8 then. That's a low dart.
3. Ryan, you require 20.
At the age of 17, did you know what sarcasm was? I sure didn't. These kids are very well informed. And
Game
rather
shot,
talented.
third
That's a
leg,
2-1 lead.
Branley.
But not before a little bit of trouble.
A breaker throw
Fourth
as
leg is
well.
Ryan to throw first. Game on.
So looking to increase his lead even further here with a holder throw.
Have you ever been to Blythe in Northumberland?
98.
I don't know whether I have or not. I've travelled a lot all over the country, but some of it's a bit of a blur.
I would like to say that you've missed a treat.
60.
But being honest, because I grew up there, it's got a little bit downhill over the last few years. It is noted for its remarkable beach. However,
85.
earlier this year, there was a big storm, and the waves were so severe that the waves took the beach away. It is now just a pile of rocks.
Oh dear.
140.
One of my old darts team pals, Arthur Cranston, he used to look after the beach. He was beach warden. He's got one job in his hands now.
$70.
Very famous for its Spartans. First non-league team to make it to a certain distance in the FA Cup in the 1970s.
140.
And pretty much, Blythe is famous for Ryan Branley, the way that Bedlington is famous for Chris Dobie and Callan Ridds now. Darts is a way of not necessarily getting out of towns like that,
96.
but
Dmitri, you require 161.
the ability to spread your wings.
Well, will this 161 go? Well,
that is gutsy.
129.
Doesn't believe
Ryan,
that
you
Branley can
require
take out the 152.
Look at him in the background. He's smiling because he wanted to deal. He wanted to see if he could hit it. This guy's a gambler.
Well, he puts his thumbs up there to
60. Dimitri, you require 32.
the missed treble for the first start for Branley. And it's 32 now for Rogoff.
Game shot
32 he finds to level the match at 2 apiece.
This guy is a risk taker.
Feel like it's Dimitri.
Look at that in the background.
First.
My gamble worked.
Game on.
It's going to be interesting to see what the practice room we've got to say about that.
Yes, indeed.
But in the end, he did the right thing.
98.
And statistically speaking, you're more likely to win the leg that way than actually going for the shot. It is statistical proof. We've had it over the years.
95.
He could have shot himself in the foot, though. Nevertheless, he didn't.
42.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's enjoyed being shot in the foot. Ask Captain Darling from Blackadder Goes Forth.
100.
He's on that awkward 306 again. He can't stay straight on that number if Rogoff is better off.
60.
He is by just the tiniest margin. So it might force Branley in going for 19s.
$85.
Just like his first game of the night, Ryan's got a better average than his opponent.
100.
And if anybody can think of a better word than embroiled, please at me. We've already had Kurt Parry on the phone tonight saying that, yes, Lewis Pride looks like Joe Marler. I'm not the only one to think it. A former weekly finalist and former international pairs finalist in Kurt Parry agrees.
99. Ryan, you require 136.
Well, can Ryan put this to bed? 136.
Brilliant. That is spectacular. That's what he can do.
And he's chuffed to bits with that.
Single leg is Ryan to throw first.
I'll tell you why he hit that.
Game
It's
on.
not just because he's got talent. the most important aspect of that 136 checkout is that he threw dart 3 in the right position. He wasn't leaning into the shot. He wasn't walking after it. He threw it and stayed static. That is phenomenal technique. Look at him in the background. He's got the bit between his teeth now.
81.
Yes, right confidence booster that was. And he's in the treble again.
140.
Nice 140.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being an adrenaline monster in this sport. It can take you far.
140.
Yeah. Good reply from Dmitri.
I don't know about you, Trina, but I get the feeling that Branley's got to win this leg.
30.
Yeah, he'll want to as well. He has the darts. So technically speaking, has the advantage. However, that shot of 30 points is going to be punished.
Here we go again.
125.
Dmitri plays this game like a pickpocket. The moment you're exposed, I'll have that, thank you very much. So how do you beat him? Don't give him a shot.
174.
And this might be the only one he gets for like 6.
Well, that's superb darts by Branley. And he will return for the 32 for the match. Under what pressure will he be?
59. Ryan, you're
Not a great deal.
32.
Branley has been sprinting to the line over the last 3 minutes. The angle is not ideal. It's just got worse.
16. Dmitri, you require 96.
This then, 96 to take us to a deciding leg.
20 scored.
With that lie, you've got to stay on that 60.
He's just high of the target.
56.
Leaves himself top should he return, but it's 8-8 now for
Ryan,
the
you
match.
require 16.
For Ryan Branley.
What's the internal chatter? Whatever it was, it worked. And he does bounce back after losing that classic game with Dean Finn. There was a lot to admire about that fixture. You had Ryan Branley playing with that wonderful 136, and then we had other stuff from Rogoff, but ultimately it was a 4-2 win for the Northumbrian. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, and it's that guy that does lead at the halfway point of the night. Jamai van den Herik with 4 points, unanswered so far, and he's playing some wonderful stuff, especially in the bottom left of the board. So, as far as the chasing pack is concerned, that young man has done a very good bounce-back job. He was stolen away from his first win by Dean Finn, but against Dmitri Rogoff, he did a very good job of finding the right doubles at the right times, especially this 136, which he celebrated and enjoyed very much. Let's have a look at the table then, because, well, we'll look at the results first, in fact, because 4-1 victory for Van den Herik to start us off, and 4-1 is the most popular result of the night, because Lewis Pride is on the wrong end of 2 of them. He's at the bottom of the table. Dean Finn, who did get that win against Branley in game number 3, he sits in 4th. Rogoff looks pesky in the middle, but Branley and Van den Herik, the 2 fancy players in this group, they're not doing a bad job whatsoever and are currently occupying the top 2 spots. But now we turn our attention to the bottom 2, because Finn and Pride will go head-to-head in our 6th game of the evening. And is this the point of the evening, Trina, where Lewis really has to start getting something moving? Because if he doesn't, he's going to be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I think that is the case. And his scoring power's been there. It's been his doubling that's really let him down. And that is where his problem lies. So if he can get that together, continue his scoring power,
First leg is Dean to throw.
He's in with a chance here.
Game on.
You're not wrong about the doubles, because Pride is 2 from 21. Being less than 10% in this game is not good.
26.
I've also had a little bit of a look at his equipment. It does remind you of a certain Dennis Priestley from back in the early 90s. From a time where he wasn't even wearing a red and black shirt. Because when he won the 1991 Lakeside, he was wearing Yorkshire colours.
Yeah,
white and blue. And it was 1991, the early part of that year, where Dennis Priestley made treble 18 sexy again.
$100.
Yeah, there are certain things I remember from that World Championship won by the Yorkshireman. It was that menacing stare at the board. And he
59.
absolutely destroyed Eric Bristow in the final. And he'd never played at a World Championship before.
Am I right in thinking as well that Dennis used to throw a very light dart?
125.
Very light. Well below 20 grams. Sometimes closer to 14 grams.
60.
His part of Yorkshire is steeped in darts history because he lives in the same town as Darren Johnson, who has graced this stage as well. And they both live very close to our good friend and colleague Paul Hinks. Yorkshire's footprint in world darts is monstrous. In fact, it was 10 years later, after Dennis Priestley would win a world championship, that John Boy Walton would
60.
do the same.
Dean, you require 94.
Finds the treble 19. Can he find the double 18? He
Game
can.
on the first leg. Dean
Takes
Finn.
first blood. Holds his throat.
Second leg
Leads
is
by 1
Lewis
leg to
throw
0.
first. Game on.
That's the first dart he's looking for. He's got to find that a little bit more, because look what happens next.
121.
He can get at least one more treble. The phrasing of first dart merchant is very accurate for Lewis Pride.
140.
You're saying about world champions as well, coming from Yorkshire after John Boy Walton some years later followed Scott Waits.
60.
He had a pretty impressive beard.
Yes, he's grown. Yes. Must be something in the water up
44.
there. Or something in the air.
Yeah,
that
cool
is,
temperatures.
not hair.
Yeah, Scott is nearly 50 years of age now.
97.
Been around a long time and done an awful lot in this sport.
He's playing some good darts at the moment as well.
Yeah, he is, in fact. Won the World Masters back in 2011.
62.
So it must be something to do with there being a 1 at the end of the year. And then you got Bo Greaves. She's a multiple-time world champion.
Indeed.
65.
Yeah, when we're referencing world champions and people who have won stuff, we should always remember that women have done it too.
85.
Sometimes we get
Lewis,
preoccupied with what the men have done. We
158.
should remember that the women have done just as much for the sport over the last 25 years as the men.
Well, we've travelled the same circuit.
58. Dean, you require 170.
Covered the same miles. For a
Thrown
lot,
from the same distance.
thrown from the same distance with a lot less reward.
That can't be argued.
98.
Let's see
Lewis,
if
you
Pride can get
require
into this
100.
game with a nice clean kill. That is very upright.
We're going 16s here.
I just
44.
wonder if
Dean,
those
you require
darts are going in
72.
too upright for his liking. Because he didn't even fancy going for the treble 20 there.
It's quite a long dart as well, isn't it? So it's double 12 now for Finn.
48. Lewis, you require
It's not found, so
56.
an opportunity now for Pride to level. Looking at 56.
Game shot in the second
That's pretty
leg.
clean.
Lewis Pride.
And it's 1-1.
Third leg is Dean to throw first. Game
Now
on.
does hit a double at the first attempt there.
That hasn't happened much tonight. But it must continue.
40.
I've got a really bad joke for you, by the way.
Fire away.
What do you get if you cross the person who has the darts in this leg and a Chinese delicacy?
180.
Dean Finn soup.
Oh my word. Yes, you're right. It was a really bad joke.
Promise you I won't do that again.
Thank you.
100.
The one thing about that third game of the night, that was Dean's
80.
second match. If you win a game of that ilk, it makes you believe that you can win any situation. You feel like you can dominate someone with good darts.
58.
But it also stokes the fire of, if I'm in trouble, I can get out of it.
Yeah, if I'm on the back foot, don't panic. I've got out of it before, I can do it again.
60.
I think Dmitri Rogoff is the poster child for that this week. If you miss, he's going to hit more often than not.
97.
But But if Lewis Pride can get off the mark in this match, we will have one person on 4 points.
65.
The rest of the players will be on 2. There's essentially nothing between them. The biggest factor would be that Jamai van den Herik would have a game in hand.
60.
And he's got Rogoff
Lewis
next.
Uruguay 116.
And he hasn't got a brilliant record against him this week.
Can he find the treble 19 for tops here? Moved across the hockey to try and find a way through, but can't.
39.
And a poor
Dean
last
Uruguay
start.
146.
Gives Finn an opportunity at the 146.
I bet that looked good in the air.
90.
Pride
Lewis
needs to
Uruguay
take a lead, and he needs
77.
to start running with them. He has not had more than one leg in any contest tonight. Is this where that changes?
37.
It's a lot closer to
Dean
tops than the
Uruguay
last time he was there.
56.
It is indeed. Just wires it, doesn't he? But for a holder throw here for Finn. Looking at tops himself. And
16.
he's wired it too.
Lewis Uruguay.
He really
40.
needed dart 2 to be dart 3. Just on the wire, but the marker was just a little bit too far away. A bit like that first dart.
No
Oh
score.
my word.
Dean
He is
Uruguay
cursed on
40.
tops.
Absolutely. Should have broke the throw by now, but Finn comes,
Game
looks
shot in the
at
third
tops,
leg,
some
Dean
pins
Finn.
tops for a holder throw and leads by 2 legs to 1.
Fourth leg is Lewis.
Let's
to
not
throw
forget there's a
first.
lot of money
Game
on the line this week. And over the next 10 days, if you were to win the week and Champions Week, that is £30,000 in human monies.
Yeah. Mean a lot to these players.
41.
I'm not sure how they used to say it a few years ago, but when I was growing up, that was a lot of sponduli.
Spondulis, yeah.
100.
A lot of dough.
A lot of scratch. We're going down the rabbit hole with this, aren't we, Trina?
Yes, yeah. Let's stop there.
140.
I think that's on the mind of some of the players when they come here.
57.
Speaking to some players a little bit earlier on, we were saying 10 days. 10 days is not a great deal of time in life, but 10 days that can change your
58.
life.
Lewis Uruguay 164.
Yeah, exactly that. And that's why players want to come here. You know, it's a lovely stage to play on.
80.
You've got the opportunity of winning some decent money. And
Let's
winning a very respectable title as well.
Let's not forget as well, win
84.
Champions Week, you get into the ADC Global Championship, which is earlier this year. It's going to be 18s. A very safe one for the bull.
43.
Just a little bit off,
Dean
and
Uruguay
Finn does have a chance of
128.
3-1.
18's the target. Great start. Brilliant. Ah!
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Superb
Dean Finn.
darts by Finn. Takes out the 128.
Some people really are starting to stand up here.
Fifth leg is Dean
The
to throw
136 from
first.
Branley was impressive. That was
Game on.
just as impressive to take a 2-leg cushion.
Well, Finn's taken out the 124 or 106 as well this evening. Both of them being against Branley.
60.
And now 128.
I don't mean to paraphrase a very famous animated character, but I will anyway, just for hits and giggles.
60.
Thou's not a man. Thou's a merciless finishing machine.
Have you taken your tablets today?
I think I have.
Right.
Maybe too many of them. But let's face it, it's true. When you can take out 124 on the bull, in a crucial moment, you do exactly the same to win a match
60.
on a 106, and you can take out that shot that way. That shows that you can finish.
It's that timing again that we're on about.
94.
Yeah, brilliant timing from someone who's not even wearing a watch. Not everybody wears a watch. Why would you need a watch? You know exactly where you've got to be because we've got a players' marshal.
59.
I think he's a very simple dart player in the best possible way. He will be wherever you tell him to be.
139.
Whenever you tell him to do it. And if he wasn't in trouble before,
140.
Lewis Pride is in trouble now.
73 then for the match. Tops then. And
Game
Tops
shot.
is found to take the 4-1 victory over Lewis Pride. 84.58 for Dean. 75.11 for Lewis. 128 checkout. Coming up after the break, we have Jamai and Dmitri.
Yeah, alongside Peter and Shuri. How much are you looking forward to that?
I think theirs will be great. I believe in myself, I believe in Peter. We've been to this kind of games before, and we're aiming to do our best and to bring the best results out of it. And I think we all hope for we will be the best player on that tournament.
How big a deal is it having a Kenyan team?
No, it's quite a big deal, especially in East Africa, not only for Kenya, even for East Africa countries, because now we have set the pace. Now they want to be also show the case they can still, because we have good players from our neighboring countries. We have been competing.
What would it mean for Team Kenya to win the international pairs?
It will be very big and very helpful for. It will mean a lot, especially for Kenya and East Africa countries. Things we're hoping they are going to change. Players who still don't believe Africa players can play a good game. Now I think they are going back to board and represent their country, and I'm sure we are going to win. Why not?
International pairs is not that far away. As soon as Series 13 is over, we will start Group A in the International Pairs third tournament on the Monday morning. And in Group A, you've got Kenya alongside the very fancied Belgians, with the finalists from the previous one in Wales, and of course the defending champions in John O'Shea and Conor Heenahan. It is a fabulous event. It will be so well supported, and we are really looking forward to seeing the secondary groups as well. We have France in the tournament now with Ian Cash and Nicolas Toulier. We've got Germany, who could be very, very good. Paul Kroner's having a brilliant season, the Dutch Open champion, up against Challenge Tour winner this season, Daniel Closer. The Van Tripe boys will take on the United States potentially on the Saturday night, because the USA are up with North American pals in Jeff Smith and Dawson Marshall in Group B, alongside the first mixed team in Fallon Sherrick and Steve Beaton. There's so much to get your teeth into, and International Pairs 3 will start the Monday morning after the Champions Night is finished. But there's still plenty of time to go in Week 12, and now we go into our fourth battle of the week between Jamai van den Herik and Dmitri Rogoff. This is to see if Rogoff can join Jamai and Dean Finn on 4 points, or whether Van den Herik can stay undefeated and make his way to 6 points, which would get him pretty close to qualification already with games to spare. He's played some good stuff tonight,
Jamai to throw first,
including in his last match, where he was 4 out of 4 on the doubles. That's rather good, isn't it, Trina?
100%. Can't get any better than that. Something that he'll want to continue.
Contrary to what people believe, you're absolutely right that 100% is the best you can do. There's only really one other field in the world where you can go above 100%. It's when you're talking about finance and returns. Because if you invest £100 and you want to get £300, that's 300%, right?
Correct.
60.
So it's pretty much over-egging the omelette, is what I'm trying to say. In darting terms, all you can
59.
ever expect is 100% from yourself. 110% does not exist.
If only. Yeah, Jamai has played some great stuff tonight.
55.
Really has been top on his doubles. Scoring power's been there as well.
140.
He's got a checkered record against Rogoff this week. He beat him 4-2 on Monday, but since then,
60.
Dmitri's had the better of him. Maybe that's the reason why he would not contend for another Group A title, because he won Group A the last time he was here. This time, he is in Group B for the first time to see if he can still make the Saturday.
47. Jamai, you require 117.
17 then for Tops for a 117 checkout.
Game
Oh,
shot
and
on the
he's
first
still
leg.
100%
Jamai Herik.
on his doubling. Brilliant darts from Van der Herik.
Dmitri to throw first.
It's almost like he wanted to celebrate that and he decided not to. That was silky smooth.
Well, as you say, he stands at the back of the hockey with his head down, not taking too much notice of what's going on in front of him. You can obviously hear what is being
135.
scored. However, he's not taking any notice of the actual throw-in part of it, or
60.
you can't see any theatricals that may occur.
Both of these players have also got a little bit of Tim Teapot about them. They've got that curved left elbow. But based on what we saw this afternoon, there's only one Teapot.
There is.
140.
And that 180 from Dmitri. Let's put him in good stead. Backed up nicely by a 140 though
60.
from Van den Herik.
Yeah, 180, number 13 of the night. Not too bad for 6.5 games. There's definitely more levels to find in this group.
126.
I get the feeling there's a bit of tension in this group situation because there's still a lot of people who think they can qualify.
Oh.
It's not the end of the world. And based on what's just happened, does he really want to go for the 19s again?
Well, with Van den Herik back on 2-4-2, as you say, it's not the end of the world.
63.
Well, bounces down to retrieve his dart.
It's like he was doing a squat pulse there.
180.
I wouldn't recommend doing
Dmitri
those in
requires
between
63.
visits. You'll get sore thighs really quickly. And that 180 gives Rogoff a bit of a headache. That could have been worse. Still single to double.
Tops then.
Game
Tops is
shot on the second
found.
leg. Dmitri Rogoff.
Corrects the mistake that he made with his first dart. Levels up the match at one apiece.
Jamai to throw first.
15 dart leg.
Game on. $99.
It's a bit of an old school throw, isn't it? The kind of throw you would have seen at Lakeside back in the early 90s.
You mean steady?
Yeah, it's just quite appealing on the eye.
81.
But it's got an old school nature.
A slow drawback.
Yeah, it's the kind of throw you would have seen from someone out of Scandinavia.
140.
Someone like Per Scow.
Yeah, that's a blast from the past.
Well, you and I could geek out to old school dart
58.
players' names all night long. I could throw Marco Pusa at you. Or Marcus Cahonen.
Yes.
Proper dart players from Scandinavia.
60.
I do believe Per Larsen of Denmark is going to be celebrating his 60th birthday pretty soon. And when it is his birthday, we send
59.
our best here from the Modus Super Series to Peachy. One of the better nicknames in darts. Wouldn't mess with him. He's massive. Shake hands with him, your hand disappears.
128.
He's also got one of the deepest voices in the sport. He sounds like Luther Vandross.
140. Dmitri, you require 77.
Ah, the John Part shot. The year was 2003. The venue was the Circus Tavern. And John Part hit this to become world champion. But he didn't miss tops on that occasion.
64.
This 64 would be a holder throw for Van den Herik. It's double 8.
Game shot.
And again, 100% on the doubling. 2 from 2 in this match. This is excellent stuff from Van den Herik.
Game on. $85.
He's 10 from 13 for the night.
That's
10 from 13. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely superb.
58.
And it's finishing like that that can make all the difference.
I think there's a dream match out there, you know, for us starting purists. There are certain things that we just need to see.
96.
There's a name from the ADC Global Championship that we should get here alongside this young man. And that way we could have the fixture, Van den Herik Bristow. So Jimmy Bristow, if you're watching this, get yourself to the Modus Super Series the same week, same group as this young man, just so we can say that.
For purely selfish reasons.
Oh, absolutely.
60.
Yeah, we recently reflected on the 8th anniversary of losing Herik Bristow.
92.
Can't believe it was 8 years ago.
No, it's hard to believe, isn't it? It's gone so quickly.
Well, Ferris Bueller once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't take a look around
60.
once in a while, you could miss it. Wise words from the direction of John Hughes. But I don't think Van den Herik wants a day off.
100.
He's concentrating on making finals night. Just going the right way about it.
60.
What are those trousers he's wearing? They look like jeggings.
65.
Where'd you get a pair of trousers like that?
140.
I think he's probably shrunk them in the wash. Do you remember when we used to sit in the bath so that your jeans would
Now you're taking me back.
shrink to your legs?
60. Jamai, you require 127.
Looking for the 127 and the leg. Not necessarily the game.
Treble 19 then. Oh, and he's just wide of the
102.
ball.
Dmitri, you require 80.
It's a good attempt. Rogoff looking at 80.
That's the first double that Jamai has missed in about 2 hours.
It's tops then for Dmitri.
Game shot on the
And
fourth
he
leg.
finds
Dmitri
tops to level the
Rogoff.
match. Once again, 2 apiece.
This guy is really hard to get rid of.
Jamai to throw first.
He's a battler, isn't he?
Game on.
He's like a day at the beach and you got sand in your socks. He will stick around and make
140.
you feel very uncomfortable. Proving to be very hard to beat this week. Just ask Alex Spellman. I think if we had him here right now,
59.
he'd be very happy if this group got rid of him. Because he was very pesky between Monday to Wednesday.
Well, he's proven to be the same tonight, isn't he?
180.
Van Herik finds his second maximum of this match. But here comes Dmitri.
180.
Backs it up with the same.
There again, proving that he's very hard to get rid of. And even in a leg that
61.
looks like it's being dominated by the young Dutchman, it just feels like he's not that far ahead because Rogoff just keeps hitting back.
Oh, another treble here.
85. Jamai, you require 120.
His downfall in this leg is
And
now
I
of his
meant
own making.
18s.
He needed to move there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we just knew he wasn't going to.
$100.
Another dart missed. Unusual for him. He can be forgiven though. Rogoff back on 177.
83. Jamai, you require 20.
Everybody expects this to be hit, including Dmitri.
Game
Everybody was
shot of
right.
the day, Jamai van den Herik.
Didn't matter whether it was the first dart, the second dart, or the third. Van den Herik
Today
is in
Dmitri
front
to
once
throw
again.
first. Game on.
He looks a little relieved at hitting that double. Leads by 3 legs to 2. He's
60.
looking to get the job done from here. He will not want it to go 3-3.
180.
That's purposeful.
Well, he makes a statement there and then. Kicks off with a 180.
That is number 5 for the night, and he didn't even get one in his first game. In the middle of tonight's schedule, he's playing some proper darts. Almost a 94 average. This is the kind of stuff he was doing for the last 6 months of 2025.
55.
Casting our mind back to game 5 this evening, Ryan Branley was tied at 2-2 with Rogoff, and we said at that point, when he was taking the 3-2 lead, if he did not win in 6 legs, he's probably not winning the game. You might say the same for Jamai here.
Well, he won't want to take that risk. He would rather get the job done. However,
81.
if it does go
Jamai, you've got
3-3, he will have the
129.
darts in the final leg.
It's a shot at the ball.
Game shot.
And that's the end of the match.
Jamai van den Herik.
That's what you call ruthlessness. That tall Dutchman really is starting to boil up tonight. 3 games, 3 wins, and a very good performance, as you can see. Only 50% on the doubles this time, but tonight, he is the best player in the building.
in the middle of the bed for double 16. Double 16 is found.
Wanting to make people proud, I think I might just have done that.
Again, just going through the process.
Game shot.
But it's Van Velzen, it's the line.
I'm very happy and to lift the trophy.
Gansky, cometh the moment, cometh the hour.
My plan was going to Saturday, and then Saturday we'll see what's happened. But now I'm the winner, so I'm coming back.
And it's game, shot, and the match.
Just absolutely love coming here. Because I've been here and done it so many times, it puts that bit of pressure on the opponent.
32 for the title. Graham Hall.
I know how tough it is down here, so to get that on your CV, yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing this week.
One further away, got to go in. He goes inside, Scott Taylor wins it.
Yeah, I think this means the most to me because it's been hard work for nearly a year.
It's 6 of the best.
Yeah, that's the big one. That's the one that's eluded me the whole time. That's my Moby Dick of sorts, like.
And first time is the charm.
Yeah, I'm going to go there and hopefully smash it up.
One Group A, Monday to Wednesday.
And being a part of that group, if you will, again, means the world to me.
And it's champion Chaz Barstow.
I know my game's up there with anyone's game. If I can just continue it, I know I can achieve big things.
To upset the apple cart. And upset it he does.
Huge opportunity, and I need to grasp it while I can.
The more you look at this lineup for next week, the more you understand just how stacked it is. Come Monday morning, you will have Derek Coulson, Nathan Potter, Jack Drayton, Simon Stevenson, and Chaz Barstow guaranteed for Group A. Graham Hall could be there. That's dependent on what happens this week. Scott Taylor will be in either Group B or Group C. Radek Sagansky and Steve Green may be up against it, as may Neil Duff and Kiana Van Velsen. But this really will not disappoint from Monday morning. It has to be the most stacked champions we've ever assembled, because everybody's in form and everybody has done remarkable things in this series. So much to look forward to. And we haven't even finished this series of qualifying yet. One more name will go into the hat on Saturday night. And one of the big drawbacks of winning week 12 is that you can't really dwell on the victory. You can't celebrate it because literally 36 hours later, you might have to be back on the hockey to go for the big jackpot. That seems like it's a long way away for Lewis Pride at the minute, because he's had 3 games tonight and 3 defeats, and Ryan Branley has recovered after losing his first game of the night. He will play 2 of the last 3 games and could still walk away with 6 points from tonight's action.
First leg is Lewis to throw first.
You're saying about that, the winner surely of this week will be going to the following week into Champions Week on a high from their previous week. So
41.
Surely they've got to be a good contender for the title.
I think, and I don't know what you surmise about this, but I think a week 12 winner
60
is more likely to win Champions Week if they've only played for 3 days instead of 6.
Yeah, fatigue could play a part, couldn't it?
Let's take Spellman, for example.
96.
There's no reason why he can't win on Saturday night and then go into Champions Week as one of the favourites, because he's played some great stuff this week. But it could be crucial at some point that he's had Thursday and Friday off.
Yeah, he's had some downtime, hasn't he? Some time to rest. Yes, and I agree. That could prove to be a winning point then, if you like.
60.
After looking at the routes for the players, Series 13 really has thrown the curses to the sea.
85.
Because winning Group A has been the most popular route to Saturday night in this series. Derek Coulson, Graham Hall, Nathan Potter, and Jack Drayton have all won Group A and then gone on to win the week.
140.
Yeah, before that, as you say, it was a curse in the previous series. Winning Group A
140
was not a good thing.
You got 164.
We're going to learn something extra about Ryan Branley right now.
Ryan, you require 116.
Is he a tops guy or is he a double 18 guy? Tops it is.
96.
Laser stare at tops does not give him a gift this time.
That's 1-2-2 then for Pride. It's a great first dart. Great second dart. Can't follow in with the double
Ryan,
seven.
you require 20.
Branley now looks at double 10 for a breaker throw. And he does get that breaker throw. Hits double 10 with his second dart. And he leads by 1 leg to 0.
Second leg is Ryan.
No prizes for guessing where things have gone wrong for Lewis Pride tonight. 3 out of 28 on the doubles for 11%. There's your problem.
140.
And you can't do that against a lot of company, never mind players of this talent.
Absolutely. Something he has got to get right
96.
for tomorrow. To give him any chance of getting through, we'll have to rely on other results as well.
57.
If you lose all 4 games on a Thursday night, your best route through is just to win every game on Friday and nick that 3rd spot. It's the only thing you can realistically think about.
Yeah.
59.
He will be feeling deflated right now. That's what darts can do to you, though. You can start a campaign full of beans.
45.
A few hours later, find yourself constantly defeated, and then you're as flat as a bouncy castle after a kid's party.
Well, if he can get the win here with his final game,
100,
then it will be a lot better. He will feel a lot more comfortable going into tomorrow, having got 1 underneath his belt.
99. $60. Ryan, you require
Branley leaves himself
160.
160.
Interesting.
128.
And accurate. That is a brilliant leave.
It is indeed. Leaves himself 32 after 15.
It's also premeditated. That almost felt like Plan B was executed in rhythm,
Ryan, you require
which
32.
means that he's done that before.
Double 16 then
Game shot in the
for a
second
2-0
leg,
lead.
Ryan
He pins
Branley.
it with his first dart. 16 darter for the 17-year-old.
The leg is Lewis to throw first. Game on.
Have you got anything in your wardrobe that's 17 years old or more?
Probably.
I most definitely have.
44.
I have a polo shirt in my wardrobe that I bought in 1997. It's nearly 30.
There are no moths in it then?
Oh,
yeah?
no. It's great, Nick. I'm never getting rid of it. But it's 12 years older than this guy, who is 2-0 up and averaging very well.
140.
Averaging 95 plus here. 86 plus for Lewis.
57.
Needs more darts like that. Easy for us to say.
100.
Difficult for him to do. If Branley gets to 3-0 up here, I do not see a way back.
100.
Look how disappointed he is with a ton.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, that just shows you he knows his own ability. Well, that's a great shot there by Pride. To leave himself tops. Puts the pressure on.
Much better rhythm there from Pride. He didn't rush the second or third dart. He just stayed within that rhythm,
Lewis,
and when he
you
gets it
require
right,
40.
that's what he can do.
So for a holder throw, to get a leg on the board,
Game
Tops
shot
is
the third
found
leg,
with his
Lewis
second dart.
Pride.
He looks at the camera as if to say, oh, and there it is.
Well, how many times has he done that tonight?
Full leg is
Won a
Ryan
leg
to
with
the
no
third
fuss.
first. Game on.
Not very often.
180.
Branley kicks off with a max.
He's got some character, that's for sure. There's a bit of a pause in play at the start of that visit there. Seemed to me like he wasn't happy with how much grip he had in his hands.
96.
Right, returned to the table, didn't he, to wipe his hands.
Were you an advocate for using anything for grip, or did you go au natural?
Oh, natural.
100.
I tried the wax. The chalk, I can't stand chalk.
Agreed.
But no, I do tend to lick my fingers.
100.
As do a lot of players.
Okay, let's go there. Let's ask the question. We live in a social media age where everything's ranked. Everything is ranked.
140.
Even rankings are ranked. Which is the greatest rankings? Who's the most avid finger licker in the sport?
Got to be Andy Hamilton. He almost puts his whole fist in his
58.
mouth.
That's
Ryan,
true.
You require 81.
Double 12. Just a little bit of finger steam there.
69.
And that was not finger licking good.
Well, he will return for double six.
60. Ryan, you require
Pride
12.
unable to find a treble. Double three then. That's off the wire.
Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to split this, or do you want to stay down there? Just get rid of it.
On the fourth leg,
That is
Ryan
so
Branley.
impressive. So many players would have gone to the left side of the board and said, I don't want that. I'll have 12
Good leg is
again next
Lewis to
visit.
go first.
He just
Game
said,
on.
no, I'll get rid of it now.
Yeah, he didn't need to go for it. But that's confidence. That's a sign of confidence, that going straight for the target.
60.
I wouldn't want to play foursomes golf with this kid, because you guarantee with a drive down the middle of the par 5, he's saying, pass me the 3-wood.
60.
He's not a layup kind of kid.
$81.
Well, a loose last start there from Lewis.
And he's just the next generation of Northeast dart player, isn't he?
140.
There have been plenty over the years.
I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come as well.
Absolutely. When it comes to Northeast darts, it started with Doug McCarthy back in the early 80s. Played for England from County Durham. After that, you got to go with Gary Robson, Davy Richardson.
Yeah. He was a great player, he was.
Yeah, played international darts in the early 90s.
81.
Was in the same England team as the likes of Martin Adams and Kevin Painter and that crew.
100.
I'll give you a bit of a factoid. If there is a next leg in this game.
Okay.
60.
Well,
Lewis,
Pride
you
looking
require
at 80 then. Double 10.
He doesn't want to give Branley that shot.
70.
Unfortunately, he has.
Ryan, you require
And
160.
4-1 has been Pride's favourite result tonight. He's lost 4-1 in every game.
However, he will return
63. Lewis, you require 10.
for double 5.
He can't miss again.
No score.
He did the right thing trying
Ryan,
to create
you
the angle
require
off the previous
97.
dart. But nothing has gone right on the outer ring for him tonight. 2 double 19s. The Geordie special.
29.
That's what it's known as these days because of Chris Dobie.
Lewis, you require 10.
Well, a bit of a reprieve there for Pride. Yes, another chance at double 5. Can he make it count this time? 1 dart in hand.
5.
And he's below the target. So Branley now looking at 68 for the match.
Ryan, you require 68.
To get onto 4 points to consolidate second position in the table. Double 10. To end Pride's misery. Oh. That is a googly of a dart.
No score.
It's all gone wrong.
So 5 then.
Lewis, you require
for Lewis.
5.
Double 2. Steps back, taking his time.
He does not want us to talk about his double stats anymore. It's all about just trying to hit a double. It's in his head.
Now we're in the madhouse.
I just wonder if he's taking a little bit too much time here.
3.
There's no
Ryan,
department
you
on the
require
dartboard that's been friendly
68.
to him tonight on that outer ring or the bullseye. Literally nothing has come easy.
Double 10 then for Ryan to seal
Game
the
shot
victory
and the match,
by 4
Ryan
legs
Branley.
to 1 over Lewis Pride. Pride leaves pointless tonight. It's 81.54 for Lewis. 86.24 for Ryan. When we come back after the break, we have Dmitri and Dean.
Just 2 more matches to go in our schedule after a double dose of darts today. And this time it is Dmitri Rogoff who will complete his quota against Dean Finn, who started us off tonight when he was defeated 4-1 by Jamai van den Herik. We will see more from Jamai in the next game when he takes on Ryan Branley. That is probably, on paper, game of the evening. So you do not want to miss that. And what you also don't want to miss is Friday Darts. That will be live from 1 p.m.
Game on.
Live on Pluto TV. But there is unfinished business for the night. Dean Finn has 4 points
58.
in the bank. If he can beat Dmitri, that means he's in trouble in a table for the first time this week. And he'll have to have
60.
a brilliant Friday night to qualify in the top 3 for his first Saturday night on debut. Whereas Finn, who loves week 12, will be very comfortable on 3 wins out of 4 if he were to get 4 legs in this contest. I think Dean's done a really good job tonight. After losing that first game 4-1, he didn't play brilliant darts. His doubles were a little bit checkered, but his response after that has been pretty impressive.
Well, he's taken out some big finishes at crucial times, hasn't he? His timing has been good. He's taken out 124 or 106 in the game against Ryan Branley in game 3.
40.
Then a 128 in his game against Lewis Pride.
I'm always interested when we have a debutant here
100.
as to how much exposure these players have of playing next to 1 o'clock in the morning. Because if you think about it, domestically and potentially in Ireland as well, how much darts do people play past midnight?
Well, in Ireland, everything starts a little bit later in Ireland.
Yeah, it usually starts about 10 o'clock.
Yes.
If not later. So maybe Dean's more in
59.
tune with this than Dmitri. I suppose there's a thing about Cypriot weather being so hot, they might want to play later.
After it's cooled down.
Where's the hottest place you've ever played, Trina?
Probably Australia.
43.
Was that Perth?
Dean, you require 113.
It was, yes, on both occasions. Saying that, Durban was hot as well when we were there.
I can imagine.
42. Dmitri, you require 152.
It is going to cool down on Friday here quite dramatically. So if these players are expecting it to be warm on Friday, think again. Finn's going to have a chance
60.
of a 1-0 lead here.
Dean, you require
It's not a brilliant
71.
start, but it could be a winning start.
Now, it could be a breaker throw here. That's a great first dart. Looking at double 16.
Game shot in the first leg.
He finds
Dean
it.
Finn.
With his third dart, does get that breaker throw.
He's feeling it, isn't he?
Second leg is Dean to
There's
the
little
reverse.
bits there, that fist pump, that little jerk of the
Game
neck.
on.
One of, I want to leave with a win. You offer 3 wins out of 4 to anybody in this group prior to a dart being thrown, they'd say, where do I sign?
96.
Absolutely. He started off the evening
140.
for us. Game number 1 against Jamai. Was defeated by Jamai. Of course, Jamai
55.
not lost a game yet this evening. Has one more game to play after this. Has a chance of a clean sheet.
And Dmitri's been getting himself around over the last couple of years, playing a bit of challenge tour and a little bit of WDF action as well. He lost out in the semi-finals of the Slovak Classic fairly recently in February. Lost to eventual champion Mitchell Lorry.
Yeah, 4-0 deficit there.
Yeah, Mitchell beat Franco Giuliani in the final. If you don't know that name, you really should, because he pulled off one of the biggest upsets of 2025 in winning the World Cup singles in Japan. Oh, sorry, in South Korea. Do beg your pardon. And he beat Raymond Smith in the final. Therefore proving that there's no such thing as a sure thing in darts. Nobody knew about Franco Giuliani this time last year, and he goes on to win the World Cup singles.
Well, can the big fish be landed here? It's a great start. Great second. Can he find the bullseye for a 170 checkout?
145.
And gives it a half cast.
He was looking for a cod and a large, but he got a cod and not so large. That's how they ask for fish and chips in Ireland, by the way. It's not necessarily about the size of the fish. You get what you're given.
Dean, you require 25.
It's all about the size of the chips.
Game shot on the second leg.
That's a great shot from Finn. Takes it out. Leads by 2 legs to 0.
The leg is Dmitri to throw first.
17 dart leg.
Game on.
Feels like Dmitri is starting to flag here. And Dean is getting him at a very good time. He might just have a little bit of the dreaded dart lag from playing early in Group A to playing late in Group B.
Well, you can't blame them for getting tired at this time of the morning.
58.
Remember what it used to be like in the olden days when the format was the same. But honestly,
I know.
It was in this building and it was in our previous studio in Southampton. The finals night started at 10 o'clock.
44.
You might have to play 3 really late nights to win the week. One of the first trophies ever won at our previous studio was by Richie Burnett, and he did so at 2:30 in the morning.
42.
And he nearly won that title with a 9-darter. He missed double 18.
Did he?
$59.
Hard to believe that was over 5 years ago now. Oh, this is really good from Finn. It's tidy.
100.
It's not a big average by any means, but he's the tidier of the two. And sometimes when your opponent is flagging, tidy is good enough.
It's just about getting over the line, isn't it? And
60.
Just getting them valuable points that you need. And of course, at some point in time, leg difference
60.
will always play a part when it comes to tomorrow.
Just looking at the points totals for the players, it has to play its part, surely.
82.
This is a big chance. Look at that yellow mark next to Dmitri's name. That means that he threw first. It might mean nothing, because Finn will have a chance of a double break.
$100. Dean, you require 61.
Is that enough? Pressure applied. Finn looking at 61 now. Tops.
$21.
Just
Dmitri,
high.
you require 120.
Opportunity for Dmitri for the Shanghai.
Ladder climbing time. He's not going to pick his pocket this time. If anything, as the night's gone on, he's been doing that less and less.
50.
People have been putting him away a little bit cleaner. And he's been getting less crumbs. Tops again.
2 10s. 2 5s. And 2 5s he finds to take a 3-0 lead. And now he finds himself throwing for the match.
He could wind up on 6 points with a very healthy leg difference if he wins this leg.
Game on.
He could even still lead the table. That will be very dependent on Ryan Branley
99.
and what Jamai van den Herik do next. But if he's got 6 points, he's probably not bothered. One thing I will say is that over the last 11 weeks,
97.
we've had something happen that I don't remember seeing before. A lot of our weekly winners have won a group leading into Saturday night.
55.
In fact, of the 11 weekly champions that we've had, 9 have won a group during the week, whether it's A, B, or C. The only people not to do so, Scott Taylor in week number 6 and Steve Green in week 1. They were second in their groups. So the odd one out could be the person who finishes third
100.
in Group B this week. If they go on to win the week, they'll be the only person in Champions Week who qualified in a third position.
Well, some fun facts there for you.
41.
All these elements, isn't there? That all these possibilities.
$43.
I think what Dean was trying to do there was trim his score down by 72 points. And that would have left him at 170. That was quite a clever switch.
82.
He's got one ambition here. Leave double 12.
Well, he started off well. Can't find the second.
81.
Went for the 18s, I think, with his third.
Yeah, it was all going so well until the very end of the visit. But it is a chance to win 4-0, to put Dmitri very close to the basement
60.
of this table and to put him in jeopardy for the first time in week 12.
Treble 18 then. Would have left the bullseye.
55.
That looked like a
Dmitri
tired
got
shot.
136.
We have seen this tonight from Ryan Branley. And we've also seen a 68 checkout from Ryan Branley.
60.
That being in the last game.
Senior requires 68.
Although there was quite a lot of drama before he hit it.
Yes, a bust shot, in fact.
One dart at tops.
33.
And that one is wide.
Dmitri, you require 76.
Well, opportunity then for Dmitri to get a leg on the board here.
He decided not to go for 25 in ball, and that has taken everybody by surprise. Dean Finn is in shock.
No score.
He's got it all wrong. He's gone for the wrong double.
Dean, you require 35.
And I do not understand what he's just tried to do.
Well, that's a wry smile on his face there. But he won't be laughing if this goes in.
He's not laughing at all because he's just been bageled in his last game of the evening. And Dmitri is a man with a lot on his mind. He will finish the night on 2 points, and his last 3 darts were thrown for a miscalculated bust. So it's 4-0 to Dean Finn ahead of the last game of the night. Final game of the night, and I'm sure it's worth waiting for because 2 very young superstars of this sport will lock horns in Game 10. Branley, Herik for 2 points ahead of the first game of Friday night, which could be key, because we now have Dean Finn on 6 points, Vanden Herik's on 6 points, and Branley's on 4. So if this is a Dutch win, it is Vanden Herik who will be in charge, and Branley will still have some chasing to do. Two of the best players from the development tour, but only one can win in the final game of the session.
93.
Well, can Jamai give himself a birthday present here? It is past the hour. And he is now 23 today.
85.
Still only looks 22.
42.
That's one of those things they tell you when it's your birthday. You don't look a day over the previous year.
59.
What a way to celebrate your birthday. Playing darts at the Modus Super Series.
And a possible clean sheet.
Nothing wrong with that. But I get the feeling that this young man from Blythe might be the biggest thorn in his side.
Yeah, he just might have something to say about that.
140.
Good 140 there. To leave himself 127 after 12. Here comes Jamai.
180.
Finds the maximum.
Ryan, you require 127.
It's 127. 17. For the ball.
102.
Excellent effort.
Jamai, you require 43.
But this is where Branley could lose this match. If he doesn't close Vanden Herik out before he gets to the outer ring, he could be in trouble, because this guy is a finishing machine.
Vanden Herik.
Again, hitting the double first time around.
First. Game on.
Well, get your gills around this. 13 hits from 20. 65% for the night. That is seriously
57.
impressive.
Very, very good. And if he continues that going into tomorrow, then he is going to
100.
Take some serious beating.
Well, look at where Lewis Pride is in the table. He's on 0 points.
140.
Dmitri Rogoff is on 2 points. Now, if Vanden Herik were to win and have 8, he's basically got 1 foot in Saturday night already, and he can cruise
43
in his birthday session on Friday night. He would need 1 win, and he'd be safe. And the way he's playing compared
59.
to some others in this group, I don't like to get ahead of myself, but I think it's pretty much a guarantee this young man will be ready for Friday night and will qualify.
44.
I worry for Branley if he walks away with only 4 points, because it feels like he's been swimming against the
58.
tide more than anybody else tonight. Feels like people have targeted him.
Yeah, they seem to have played their best game against him.
95.
You've got to take that as a compliment, because people know his reputation. They know how good he can be. And as much as dart players won't say it,
100.
they have this ability to lift their game against better players. And he's one of the better players here this week.
Well, Dean Finn has had to take out a 124 and a 106 against him in his first game of
133.
tonight's play
Jamai, you require 87.
to take the victory.
Watch out, bullseye's about.
46.
That's probably the worst dart he's thrown at a double all night long.
Yeah, that one was some distance away, and this is Chance for Branley to break straight back. Double 16 then. And double 16 he finds for the immediate break. And we're all back to square one.
The leg is Ryan to throw first.
If only Ryan Branley had spectacles, because then we could say the Milky Bars are on him. That would go right over his head. It's not his generation.
140.
He would not get that at all. Mum and Dad would.
100.
There comes a time for parents when they have a child that is really gifted at something,
91.
where they have to throw everything at it. And I'm sure there was for Ryan's parents. He's travelled abroad to play for his country in the Junior
55.
Darts Corporation World Cup. So he has had the backing that he's needed up to this point. And I think they understand just how good he could potentially be. But the sacrifice does not stop. It's time away from birthdays, family occasions. You are going to
94.
miss things. And if you want to be a successful dart player, here is my biggest advice to you. Prepare to not celebrate Christmas for a generation. Because be prepared to be at the palace for the next 20 years. Christmas doesn't exist when you're in your prime.
Absolutely not.
180.
And there is another maximum for Van der Herik.
40.
The second of this match for him.
Game shot.
Tops it's found
Ryan Branley.
by Ryan Branley to lead by 2 legs to 1.
Full leg is Jamai to throw first.
This game is giving me very vivid memories of a game I once watched between Gary Robson and Davy Richardson. They were
100.
knocking 7 bells out of each other. And when Gary Robson won, he said something to me that's lived with me forever. He said,
59.
that was a sorting the men from the boys kind of game.
That's fighting talk.
And that was very, very accurate. It was only best of 5, but it was 5 legs of carnage. And they barely missed a thing. Now, I've seen better games than this here at the Modus Super Series, but I just get the feeling that these two, come game 1 tonight, and possibly in the second half of this one, could have something similar.
55.
Well, and of course, they will play each other first.
60.
Tomorrow night or even tonight.
Well, if Jamai van den Herik really
138.
wants to get on Ryan Branley's nerves, he would want to wear a red and white top. But I wouldn't do that. No point making someone even more angry or more motivated.
125. Jamai, you require 68.
So it's a level up then.
Now, Branley is on a bogey number. There's nothing he can do about
shot on the
that.
fourth leg.
But
Jamai
look at
van
that,
den
ruthless
Herik.
again.
2 from 3 for Jamai.
Fifth leg is Ryan to throw first.
And this is super darts and a super game from the pair. Averaging 93.83 for Ryan, 97.81 for Jamai.
95.
I've seen what's coming through the JDC at the minute with the likes of Mitchell Laurie, Jack Johnson, Christian Ennis from Northern Ireland.
60.
And then you look at the girls as well. Ryan and Jamai are the kind of kids that are products of the junior
59.
systems with just a little bit more experience. They're not even in their prime and they're doing this. Both averaging in the mid-90s.
140.
So what are they going to do in their prime?
It's scary, isn't it? We've got a lot to look
41.
forward to.
$97.
If you take a cucumber out of the fridge right now, I guarantee you that's got more sweat on their brow than that of Van den Herik. He is one seriously cool customer.
81.
Branley plays a very aggressive kind of game, but this very tall, lanky kid, he's a seriously focused and relaxed
94.
individual.
Yeah, they're two very different, aren't they? As you say, Branley more aggressive. And Jamai
55.
more placid, laid back,
Jamai,
hard to read.
110.
He's looking at 110 here. And a possible break of throw. But that is a wild one.
38.
Which allows
Ryan, you
Branley
require 170.
to have a look at the big fish.
Slightly high on more than one occasion.
59. Jamai requires 72.
It's all getting a bit ragged.
$72. Double 16. He's been hitting this all the time and he doesn't miss it again. Doesn't disappoint. Clocks out the 72 for a break of throw. And now finds himself throwing for the match.
Game on.
This could be the clean sheet of the day for Jamai Van den Herik. And is he going to kick off with a max? He is. Great timing by Jamai. Branley has it all to do.
140.
I can't remember many times when someone's had a percentage this high for a daily campaign. It is rather sickening. I remember a Group B evening where Christian Kist was 63%. This is better than that. Basically put, if you give him a shot at a double,
60.
Be prepared to lose the leg.
Absolutely. Look at that, 75%. Branley's hitting 50%.
It's not good enough.
91.
9 times out of 10, 50% is good enough, but not against this kid tonight. I have a slight break in play here. 3-2 up for Jamai Van den Herik. And just correcting the score. Apologies for this pause. In moments like this, we really do understand the composure of these two young men. And it didn't ruffle them one bit.
Branley's straight in the treble 20.
131.
That's great darts.
Jamai, you require 130.
As you say, great composure. Van den Herik looking at 130 now for the match.
Interesting.
98.
He's laid down the
Ryan, you
gauntlet.
require
Now can Branley
170.
grasp it? He really wanted to get that, didn't he? If someone lays up against you, you want to show them that they shouldn't have done it. Unfortunately,
81.
this looks
Jamai, you require
over.
32.
He's barely missed a double all night long. And Jamai Van den Herik has been insatiable in finishing people off. Nobody has beaten him tonight because he's been too good. And 96.43 is exactly what the doctor ordered to get that 4-2 victory. It's been a fabulous evening, and Jamai van den Herik, he has been Mr. Consistent tonight. He wins by 4-2 in his final game, and he won by 4-2 against the ever-dangerous Dmitri Rogoff as well. And nobody's going to top him in the table as well, because Dean Finn, who had a really interesting evening, starting off with a 4-1 loss to Jamai, he ends up in second position. And Ryan Branley, he's on 4. He's in the bubble position, and he's not feeling very comfortable with Dmitri right behind him. Lewis Pride, unfortunately tonight, the doubles let him down in a very big way. So he's got a lot of work to do to find his way through in the top 3 positions over the next 24 hours or so. Well, Trina, that was a really interesting evening. What did you make of it?
Well, we've had some superb darts. Jamai, the outstanding player of the evening by far, and has the clean sheet.
Well, this is what went right for Jamai van den Herik all night long, really. When he was given shots at a double, he was taking them out. It wasn't just the odd conversion. It was all about getting chances like that and hitting plum shots. That 129 was really, really good against Dean Finn. And that's final confirmation of our table. Jamai really is going to take some stopping come Friday night. It is his birthday after all, so Finn, Branley, Rogoff and Pride are going to have to be really ruthless when it comes to his birthday session. Okay, it's been really good to have your company here at the Modus Super Series on Thursday into Friday. We've got Brass Darts Challenge for you with the likes of Jensen Walker. That's coming up straight after the live darts. But from 1 o'clock this afternoon, we are going to have more darts for you. And Adrian Gray's had a perfect afternoon yesterday as well, so watch out for him. Come Saturday night, it is going to be Alex Spellman who goes for a weekly title. And, of course, if he does so win on Saturday night, he will stay here for Champions Week, and he's up against the likes of Derek Coulson, who is looking for that elusive Champions Week title. Let's remind you of who is going to be playing here next week. Derek Coulson, he's a serial winner. Nathan Potter is a first-time weekly winner in this series, as is Jack Drayton and Simon Stevenson. Graham Hall may indeed be in Group A. That is not confirmed as of yet right now. Chaz Barstow played so well in the last couple of weeks that he is guaranteed Group A, so he will be here on Monday morning. Group B will involve Neil Duff. He's looking for that elusive title as well. Kiana van Belsen is going to be up against it, and Scott Taylor may indeed be in Group B. Sagansky is dangerous. Steve Green's waited about 3 months for the chance. We will wait not much longer, because come 1 o'clock this afternoon, we will be back for the culmination of Group C.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word! It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith!
It's match down. 5-star performer, and the bullseye is hit.
It's Johnny Branley!
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.